Hey guys, back again for another 10-minute, £10 banger episode. So for this episode, we're going to be looking through the auction domains again, trying to find a banging domain that costs us about £10, and I'm only going to give myself 10 minutes just to see what's out there and how much gold we can find in them there hills. So I'm going to quickly show you what I've got going on here. I'm on the Easy Expired Domains website and I'm logged in, ready to go. Before I go to the domains page, I'm going to make sure that I've got the archive.org up because that can be used for looking at the historical content of a website, see if there's anything of interest there. So I have DOM Detailer up so that I can quickly check the Moz and Majestic stats of a domain, and I also have the Majestic website up and logged in. So that's just going to be used if I want to have a look at any deep analysis into the backlinks. Right, you got yourself a drink? Let's go. Can you stop the timer? Silly. And off we go. Right, let's get the domains up. And straight into the filters. I'm not going to mess about today. I'm going to set a minimum trust flow of 15, minimum domain authority of 15, and referring domains I'm going to set at a minimum of 100. And I'm just going to see what's available there. So I'll get rid of that, get that out of the way. Now, Electronic House, I saw that when I was making the last video. It was currently at $705, I think it was, or $710. That was about a week ago. It's got 5 more days on it and it's already at 6,000. Now, I did edit out my reaction to that domain. But my reaction was that, yeah, that's probably going to be worth quite a lot. So that shows me that I have forgotten to set the maximum price of 14 just to get rid of those crazy high value domains. So now we see all of the domains, they're auctioning off currently for between $1 and $14. So let's see what we've got. BaghdadMuseum.org. I looked at that in the first episode. It's not a domain that I'm really going to be interested in. 813 area, has a trust flow of 32, domain authority of 42. Now that's pretty good stats to start with. It's even got a SEMrush rank. Not a very high one, 31 million. That's not the highest ranked domain. But for a very budget domain, that is quite low. Now the Wayback Machine activity does kind of suggest that maybe it's been in use all the time. See, there's not any obvious breaks in snapshots, so it hasn't been offline for any length of time. So right away, I mean, it's 2 minutes in already, Jesus, but right away we've found a domain that certainly would warrant looking into a bit more deeply. Telegram at SEO Anomaly on 813 area. It's probably been spammed to buggery, but you can have a look more deeply into that. For this, I'm not going to, but it's obviously somebody's had a bid on it. Sorry. Obviously somebody's had a bid on it, but I'm not too sure about that one. See now here, revisitapueblos.org. See, it's saying that it has a SEMrush traffic of 39,000. Certainly, double check on that. These stats are checked when the domain's brought in, but they can be, they can change over time. Certainly with the Moz and Majestic, not so much the SEMrush traffic, but all the stats can change over time. So double check everything. But that one, right on the surface, looks like a cracking little domain. Trust flow of 21. A domain authority of 52. That's a bit of a red flag when you've got the Moz domain authority really high up and you've got a reasonable Majestic trust flow. There's a big discrepancy, and that does suggest that perhaps there's been some linking done to it in the past to raise up the domain authority. But with traffic stats like that, if that domain truly is receiving 39,000 visits a month, do you give a shit if those stats are wrong? Now, you should be able to monetize 39,000 visits a month. If you can't make money with a domain that's around $14, then you're doing something wrong. Now let's see the Wayback archive snapshots. It does suggest that it peaked in popularity around 2016 or somewhere around there, and then trailed off. And I'd probably guess that the domain dropped here and was re-registered, and that's where the domain authority inflation came from. I'm just speculating. I haven't looked more deeply into this. I probably will when I stop recording, because, you know, who doesn't want an extra 40,000 visits a month? So Revisite Pueblos, I'd have to look into what that's about, but the topical trust flow topics are largely coherent: politics, general ethnicity, all in society, and philanthropy, and social sciences in science. That's pretty good. I'm probably going to try and drop catch that one. I'm going to put it on the watch list and see on the off chance that nobody else registers it and I get to snatch it up. I may even enlist a drop catcher for that one. I probably won't be the only person, to be honest. So I actually jumped over a few here. We've got timegoesby.net. What have we got? We've got a trust flow of 24, domain authority of 52. So again, we've got that discrepancy, and we don't have the added benefit of having the traffic, that mass traffic, to fall back on. So if the content history is not great, that's not a bad looking chart, but that you need to look into something like that. This is an auction on GoDaddy. The topical trust flow has got a lot of different topics. So we're computers and internet related, shopping publications that could be similar. It could just mean that there was a blog on there at some point, people, family. See, it's quite all over the place. So it's quite all over the place with the topics. If you're looking for a general topic website, so you want to build something like a blog for a PBN, you're going to be using it for selling links, that might actually not be such a bad thing, that it covers a few different topics. They're not wildly different that I would say that's a massive red flag, but you will want to look into it. What's the backlink profile saying? Heavily weighted on time goes by. That's the name of the website. Telegram SEO anomaly again. Wow, that's a coincidence. 2 domains in one list. There may be a reason for that. I'd have to see. There's 9 for that. So maybe it did get picked up somewhere along the way by this SEO anomaly fella on Telegram. Who knows? I'd have to have a look into that. That might be backlink spam. The SEO anomaly chap might have been spamming backlinks to get listed on sites like this, to get talked about by people like me. So I've got just under 3 minutes left. I'm going to carry on. Onwards and upwards, as my dad would have said. Insticky.org. Let's see. Topical trust flows are looking pretty good. We're on GoDaddy auctions, a trust flow of 27, a domain authority of 36. Now on the surface, you might think, well, 36, that's not as high as 52. But it's a lot more in sync with the Majestic stats. Now, they're never going to be neck and neck. Even in a totally natural link profile, that's never going to happen, because they have different weightings on what they think are good factors to a backlink profile. So slight difference, not a problem, especially when the topical trust flows all seem to match up. Let's see the Wayback snapshot activity. We can see that it's probably dropped somewhere around 2008, probably dropped around 2018-ish, and then again just after COVID, around that sort of period. The domain name insticky.org. I would guess the backlinks are probably going to show SEO anomaly again. No, but we can see a lot of it is branded names. There's not many generics, but there's branded names. There's web addresses. That's not too bad. Web page addresses, not great. It's not powerful, but it's not a sign of spam, so that's not too bad. Certainly, I'd have a look at what happened with the content around these periods. Certainly that snapshot there, I'd want to know, is that clean? Is it at least not adult or farmer or gambling related? And just see what sort of treatment it's had. Probably not great, but the topics and the stats are pretty good. You could sell links from a website such as that. I wouldn't want to be buying them, but hey ho. We have denvermart.com, balconytv.com. The trust flow and domain authority are wildly different. We've got a factor of 2 there. I'm not so interested. Denvermart is a lot more closely related. GoDaddy auctions again. We have 2 topical trust flows, both are in business, so construction and consumer goods and services, not too bad. Backlink profile, let's go straight into it. A good mix with heavy weighting on the local forex brokerage options. 529 links with that anchor text. That has been spammed, unfortunately. Someone has taken that domain and done nasty, mean, horrible things to it. With 10 seconds left, I'm not going to get much further. revisitapueblos.org is the winner for today. I'm going to say mercoloco.com, 2334. Not bad. Both in the news. Stop. I'll turn that off. All right. Oh, it's over here. So we can see from the Wayback snapshots, there's not a great deal of activity over here. Big lot of activity here. My guess is it dropped here. It probably dropped there as well, but it probably dropped here, was put to use. Yeah, and then it was probably dropped here, put to use again as part of a PBN or spam or something like that. Let's see what the backlinks are saying. It's him again! Telegram SEO Anomaly. Now I'm pretty sure that they're spam links for the purpose of this. From Slovenia, got a .online domain. Screw you, Betty. Out. What was this one saying? Yeah, I'm going to say the revisitapueblos.org. For all the people out there that are going to see this, all 3 of you, if you do get it, put a little brag in the comments below. That would be interesting. So we had a look at Time Goes By as well. Now this was one of the ones with Telegram at SEO Anomaly. I'm going to take a quick look at the Wayback snapshots. Just real quick, just as a little bonus to spice up the episode for you. So I'm going to have a look, see what happened here in early 2008 and again late 2008. I'm going to see what this website here is. See, there's lots of redirects. The green means redirect, the blue is snapshot. Now there are reasons that I'm choosing these specific timelines. You can see it's where there's an anomaly, like there or here. Here, there's another anomaly, and then somewhere around here. So my guess is this has been passed around. Right, Wayback Machine's taking a nap. So, okay. Wow. So we have a blog post from 2008, 18 years ago, complaining about Google owning the internet and the amount of influence they have. That's what I'm guessing. Harried weekend for politically disappointed elders. Oh dear, this is very political. So this appears to have just been a blog, maybe a personal blog. I don't know if it's... Is that one woman? I don't really know. I don't really care. I don't really know, and I don't really care. So it looks like it's tried to be about right. I'm wondering if these redirects are drops because they weren't paying the bill, or maybe it was on like a GeoCities, and who knows. Well, there's not a lot happening on it. So the timegoesby.net. So I'm looking at the content of the timegoesby.net website, and I'm really not seeing any major red flags. Now, before buying it, you'd want to look more deeply than just this couple of minutes into the snapshots that I have, you'd want to be looking really a lot more consistently, certainly 2 or 3 snapshots per year, just to make sure that there hasn't been any like quick turnaround of maybe the site being hacked for a short time, because that can really ruin the reputation of a domain. So just make sure that you do give it a real good lot of due diligence, that you're checking everything about it. I'm going to check the stats actually. Let's double check on the Moz and Majestic stats. See, DOM Detailer sees 14,000 links in total. These can be slightly inflated at times. Like there's probably more than, say, 540 no-follow links. But to have a huge amount like that as do follow it is pretty good. See here we've got a domain authority of 52, trust flow of 24. What was the website saying here? 52 and 24. Yeah, so they're bang on. 3 edu referring domains, 308 different subnets. So that there's a lot of genuine different referring domains for that. Wow! So we have 2 winners. 2 winners. I spoke too soon, and this is just what I looked into. So there's timegoesby.net, trustflow 24, domain authority 52. So I don't think that's going to go for very much. There's 3 more days left on the auction, and there's been no bids so far. And then there's the revisitapueblos.org. There's going to need drop catching. I want to watch the timegoesby.net. It's probably not going to be available. The revisitapueblos.org, if that becomes available later on, I shall definitely do a video on that, because I'll be watching the domain now, so EED will tell me when it becomes available, if it becomes available. Very slim chance, but I have waffled on an awful lot today. So yeah, that's my 10-minute £10 banger for today. I've actually filmed so much more content for this video than I normally do, because those 2 domains are particularly interesting to me. So yeah, check out easyexpireddomains.com. All this is included with the subscription for that. You don't need APIs for anything else. All these stats are included. You don't need to install anything. It's just the website. Honestly, it's an incredible tool if you are looking for premium domains and you are a domainer. So yeah, I will stop talking now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.